Yo, what's going on? So as you can see from the title, that's pretty much as real as it gets. And for the longest time, I looked at it as a negative. Asking myself, why am I single? Why can't I find that special someone? Why am I not married with no kids? And it's like, you don't want to rush into anything. And, nowadays, and all the things that I experienced in my 20s, I swear, like, people are just cheating on each other left and right. So, I'm just grateful that I don't have to deal with that type of BS. And, I've been cheated on before. So it's just nice to not have that consistent drama. I'm not saying that I haven't been trying. And I'm not going to share stories. I'm not going to share dating stories because those are just... Because first of all, this isn't a dating channel, and it's never going to be. But it's just, I feel like social media just messed up so much when it comes to dating that these unrealistic expectations, I'm just blows my mind. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I used to put in my head that like this was a bad thing. Actually, it's a blessing because it allows me to just focus on me. And it's as selfish as that sounds, it's true. And it's not like I'm only thinking or caring for myself. Like, obviously I have family members and friends that I care about, but it just really allows you to work on that self-awareness and learn more about yourself, see what you're good at, what you're not good at, challenge yourself. Oftentimes you see people say, focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. I completely disagree because you have to strengthen your weaknesses. Like, people can take advantage of that if you don't work on your weaknesses at all. So I don't believe that statement when people say focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. You should prioritize your strengths, but you should also be working on your weaknesses in the background. But yeah, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I told my dad the other day, like, I guess he saw me and he texted me later that morning, like, hey, you all right? I'm like, not really. I'm just honestly tired of feeling unfulfilled. And he was like, yeah, man, I get it. He was like, just keep grinding. And I'm like, absolutely. Like, my family's my driving force to just keep going, But basically for this video, like, what I'm saying is, like, you might feel stuck, but it's okay because at the end of the day, like, it's your own personal journey. And I think that we just live in that social media world where we're just comparing ourselves to each other. That's why I'm not gonna lie, because I would do that stuff on Instagram, like, especially Instagram. Like, Instagram is more like a highlight reel to me. And obviously I want to share my story, my experiences, but I don't want to share every little aspect of my life. And then, like, when you see other people succeeding, it's like, why, if he can do it or if she can do it, why can't I do it? You just start having those thoughts, and they're not thoughts that you want to have because those people aren't you. You're your own unique self. So that's why I got rid of Instagram. I got rid of I don't like Facebook to begin with, but I got rid of Facebook, TikTok. I got rid of all that stuff because not only was I, like, comparing myself, but I was just constantly strolling. And, like, that's the whole point, is these apps, they want you to be on the platform as long as possible. YouTube as well. YouTube wants you to be on YouTube for as long as possible. And YouTube has been an app that I'm always on every day. So that's why I'm like, I might as well just just start my channel, stops consuming so much content, and start producing more content. But yeah, if you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like you're lonely, or you just feel like there's no direction, just take a deep breath, for real, because times are just continuing to change, and they're going to continue to evolve as the years go on. Like all this AI shit going on, and it's scary. People losing their jobs, people working for companies for 20 plus years and just randomly getting fired all of a sudden. It's scary times. That's why it's very key to focus on yourself and your health, mental, physical, spiritual. Staying positive as much as possible, even though like the positive stuff can get corny at times. But the more negative you are, the more it's going to affect you and the people around you. And that's the last thing you want to do, is bring other people down because of where your head's at currently. And I don't want you to make that same mistake, because I did that in my 20s, where I was going through my own little struggles and battling my own demons, pushing other people away. It's not worth it, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there, or maybe it's just a few, depending on your situation, but there's someone out there that truly cares for you. And the last thing you need to do is put everything on your sleeve. And I think the key thing that has helped me the most is just slow down. Stop trying to get to the finish line so quickly, and just embrace the journey, whether it's taking forever or not. But yeah, like I was saying, like at the end of the day, you really have to focus on your vision. And if you don't have a vision, create one, because you gotta know that your vision isn't the final product, or your vision isn't the final destination. Because the vision is going to change. There's going to be things that come up. There's going to be issues that arise where you're going to have to pivot. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like right now, like I realized that I was eating way too much junk food, and I could just tell it was affecting my mental health, because I'm eating processed foods. I gained a little bit of weight, and now I'm starting to lose it. But there was a point where I just looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, what am I doing? I'm harping on take control or be controlled, and I'm being controlled, because I'm not taking control, if that makes sense. But yeah, no matter what, you just got to keep pushing, no matter what, man. Like, there's going to be people that don't believe in you. There's going to be people that doubt you. There's going to be people that make fun of you. But the more you prioritize yourself, and the more you focus on you and what you got going on, the less that noise even matters,